just who we are.
Welcome, Cancer, to Channel the Future Tarot. Today we're going to do your romance reading. This is going to be from the 24th to the 31st. For Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs of Cancers, please take the messages that resonate with you, claim them for yourself, tell us, universe, what does not. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. Check out your the Moon, Rising, and Venus placements and videos that correspond back to get some more intuitive guidance if you don't find it here. Remember, time and energy is fluent, so whenever you're directed to the reading, it's the right time for you. That being said, I am going to use a singing bowl here. As I do so, I ask you to get that deep breath in. Exhale whenever you feel so inclined to do so. That's going to help balance your energy, set your intentions, kind of prepare for the messages of the reading, okay? If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. So happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, and subscriptions. It truly means so much to me to see the channel growing. Also be mindful with that singing bowl that when I use it, if you've got headphones in or anything like that, it's going to be quite loud. So you might want to turn the volume down a little bit for that part. Alright, love for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What's coming in? Coming into your reading and the meditation of your reading. I felt like there was a real good vibe, like a good weekend vibes coming in for you. And I feel like that's something you've been, looking forward to. We just had that new moon energy a few days ago. I feel like that offered in some, new intentions. You set some intentions there for yourself. There was a big plan for you going forward. And I feel like overall, look at that, that big plan, that Chariot, very determined, part of yourself, Cancer, that being your energy. So I feel like you are on that right path here. You got the Chariot and the Tower coming out, and you've got the upheaval that you may be experiencing could be self-propelled, right? I feel like this is something that you could be initiating yourself in terms of love. I feel like there's a lot happening to you in the collective. I think we're all ready for a time of change and transformation and realization what was not working, as I call it, running season. So Cancer, let's get started. Please be mindful of the loud sound. Peace, love, health, and wealth, Cancer. Sometimes all you need is that deep breath, right? That pausing breath. Cancer, I'm going to take out cards for you here, cards for your partner, as well as some oracle cards and some tarot cards for your messages in between. So let's get into the nitty gritty here and see what's going on in terms and what's to come for love for you. All right. Okay, that 5 of coins right out to the gate in reverse, got followed by the 8 of swords upright, by temperance upright. Then underneath that 5 of coins, the 5 of wands there, both in reverse, so 55 could be a powerful number for you for this week. The 10 of cups there, which I did see a couple times in your premeditation in reverse. On the bottom of the deck, underlying energies, got the moon here as well, underneath here. Illusion, Cancer. The 10 of cups and temperance. I feel like there's a suggestion here, Cancer, that I want to say tempering those emotions, tempering. There's a sense of conflict here, like, battling at your wits here. I feel like a sense of recovery from it because it's in reverse. So I feel like maybe for some time you and your partner have been, just tit for tat, fighting back and forth, a lot of emotional energy going back and forth. I do see a lot of that blame game here energy for some of you. At that 8 of swords, I feel like it is sort of determination to move forward through something, but there's also a sense here where there's regeneration there. There's abundance for you. I feel like you bared your flaws to your partner, maybe, opened your heart up and bared your truths to them, and maybe that wasn't a welcome energy, right? I feel like that could be part of this. For your partner's energy, we got that page of swords coming out, followed by the wheel of fortune in reverse by temperance. You guys both got temperance in the exact same position. The 9 of cups in reverse for 4 of swords, and then that 6 of swords on the bottom of the deck, followed by the justice in reverse. So look at this, you both have Temperance here in the same position, right? So I feel like there's definitely, but underneath their Temperance is the Six of Swords. Under yours is the Ten of Cups in reverse. Again, feel free to roll reverse here, Cancer. If you flip it over here, you know what I mean? What's the Temperance coming out for both partners? Show me why Temperance is coming out for both partners. The Five of Cups in reverse, the Page of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to have to temper through the disappointment, the loss, the grief, the pain. That's why it is coming. You're balancing out the emotions here that have been the root of the pain of the relationship. You guys have been at a a standstill, blaming each other for the things that went wrong, the things that were done. And I feel like someone's holding on to some sort of pain, and it's recycling here, Cancer. And that is why Temperance is coming out for both of you. Too many cards out there. Okay, so I'll take the one that flew out over there. The Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power, Cancer. This is what's happening for you. Exactly, the Sword and the Rose here. This is you and your partner at this time. Camera and photograph come out as well. So, look at that. So, photograph is looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories, right? I feel like that's something that your partner, or you could be doing. Reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, and make memories. You guys are resistant to moving on because there's a good time. There is good times, but there's something here that, you have to come to understand. And for some, I think that it's going to be the damage is done, right? Sometimes we cannot work or forgive all the things, right? If trust is broken, it is very hard to get back. I'm not saying it can't be, but it takes so much, right? Years to gain and seconds to lose, right? And I feel like Cancer, you're understanding this more than ever because maybe one or both of you are trying to trust the other person, but there's an energy here, Cancer, where I feel like it's resistance to that because of this deception that's been reoccurring or has occurred in the past, or you're wondering if it's reoccurring, and that's causing these trust issues. If there was deception in the past, it is tremendously hard to overcome. Someone could be also wearing that false mask in the relationship, and I feel like you do feel like this person could be the one, and that's why you've hung on to some degree, or they've hung on, and it's hard to let go when you feel so strongly about a person. But sometimes if you can't change that person's perception of you or of how much they want it. They may want it, and they may, deep down truly not even realize how much they want you, but because they're at a state of whatever, still in that recycled state of blame and not acceptance of some things. There is never if you guys aren't fully on that same page going forward, it's going to be more resistance, more issues, right? More blockages, and nobody's going to get their feelings really heard. And I feel like that's a lot to do with it here. You got the Five of Coins in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. So that, I feel like there's a need to overcome some sort of loss. But this is warning you being lost in some sort of self-pity, Cancer, regret, grief. Picking up, picking that scab, essentially, so it doesn't heal, right? And, being your own worst enemy, we've all been there. This could also indicate that this happened, in the last 5 years. It's been a 5-year relationship for some of you. But the struggles today will prepare you for progress tomorrow if you just accept it for what it is, okay? Accept it. Don't hold it. If you keep holding it so, yourself so darn accountable for the things that, everything, even the things that other people did to you, you're going to keep, again, in that shame, blame, guilt game. You got that Eight of Swords coming out. You're identifying and removing those self-limiting beliefs is what this is, right? Like I said, you're exposing, you're opening yourself up for who you are. You're saying, hey, this is me, my glory. Yeah, I've got some scars, some, I'm tattooed from, I'm not, maybe the abstract person, but I am beautiful and I am authentic and I am real. And you're not hiding behind the mask of anything else anymore. Not saying that you were, but I feel like for some of you, you are emotional. We all are. We all are hiding some sort of mask that, we present to the world because, we don't want anybody to be close enough because we have to protect what's left of our hearts because the world's a bit cold and calculated to us. We all find ourselves sometimes in self-imposed mental prisons, right? Trapped by our own, again, negative thinking, right? Self-limiting beliefs. I feel like it's actually an enlightening relief to realize we're, actually, that's when we're actually real. When we can sit back and have those moments, that's when we can realize we're actually real, authentic people. Don't be projecting your thoughts or your inner fears onto yourself or any external situations. Look within, find the barrier, remove it here, Cancer, okay? This could indicate 8-month time span for you. But there's that Temperance card coming out here, Sagittarius energies, that I feel like that balancing of the emotions is going to do you a world of good. Pardon me. You're adjusting to a new normal in your life as well. The normal where you've accepted yourself for who you are. And I feel like, and that's why you both got in the same position. You're both accepting yourselves and accepting this new state that you're in. Temperance absolutely signifies moderation and harmony, purposefully creating that balance where, there has been imbalance or extremes which have been knocked off kilter, right? So I feel like life and circumstances constantly, reshape our outlook, right? Our values, and our core, making us shift perceptions, find stability in each new normal, as hard as that is. That we're pushed into. So this is inevitable. Change is inevitable. So I feel like we all have to learn to keep rediscovering our balance in that ever-shifting world. And that's what you're doing. You're really trying to just balance yourself up. Coming with a little resistance is the Five of Wands. This could be your partner coming in to just, I feel like, to some degree, I feel like in my head, I'm like, just shit on your parade because I feel like you're just like trying to move on, you're picking up you're feeling good, and they come in and knock you off balance with their negative mindset. Now, I feel like this is Aries, Leo, Sag, but, this is pointing to conflict that will end in a stalemate, deadlock, division. This will not be good. So I feel like sometimes you have to part company to bring peace. And that's what you're kind of understanding. If you cannot at any point sit down calmly enough to talk this out, it's time to obviously, look somewhere else. And I feel like this could be happening in the next 5 weeks for you. You can harness these positive emotions while still dealing with this issue. You can, right? The King of Cups is the master of emotions, right? So that's what and you are the King of Cups. So that's you and your energy. So I feel like this is you mastering your damn emotions, Cancer. You're saddling up here. And I feel like you're coming to the table with a very different, you're happy in your own skin. You're like, okay, this is who I am. If you can't love me for this, then that's okay. But I need to go now, and we can still be friends. We can do whatever. I've got no hate, no blame, no shame. But I've come to my authentic roots, and that's a beautiful place to be, my friends. Non-judgmental. You're not doing this with, you're compassionate. You're strong enough. You're strong enough in an emotional position to share, your wisdom, your support, your love, and your kindness for this person, and let go of that blame. You truly are. And I feel like that's what you're going to do. Ten of Cups in reverse is because, it's the underlying energy, right? And I feel like, it's a fractured relationship or an issue with trust or commitment, right? Examine the shadow side in the relationship, and I feel like that's the underlying energy, and I feel like you're really going to do that. The truth is going to come to that light here, and you're going to be reshaping it in a different way. Your partner's got that Page of Swords coming out. So again, I feel like this, this is kind of being at the innocence of their own mental clarity here, Cancer. I feel like they're encouraged right now to cut through the illusions of their thoughts. They're learning the facts, the truth of who they are, as they learn to listen to the things that they tell themselves, as they act as cues to, what's kind of needs to be healed here. And I think they're going to be doing okay. The Wheel of Fortune card comes out next for them in reverse. Now, I think this, they're expecting a different outcome, yet their energy, vibe, and beliefs are remaining the same. And I feel like until they shift, again, out of that mental mindset, they're going to be in that resistant place. That's why Temperance is coming out in the same spot. They have to shift that mental mind, stagnance that they've been in. They're creating a catastrophe essentially in their mind. You have to let life kind of flow through you, right? And I feel like, you know, you have to trust this. You have to trust the divine timing. Trust that you can temper your way through this. And until they learn to do that, they're definitely not going to be getting this Nine of Cups. Now, this is the Wish Fulfillment card, one of the best cards in the deck. Kind of Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Again, this is going to come, but it's, you know, do their intentions align with their highest best of all? And not at the moment it doesn't. And that's why, you know, the Nine of Cups isn't coming in with that beautiful energy. It's coming in with that Four of Swords energy for your partner because, you know, again, they're going to have to move past that mindset, okay? This is restfulness and reflection here for the Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, it's necessary for your partner to take some time out and relax into a meditative space, right? Their mind relaxes, releases, set itself anew, and that's when they're gonna get connection to their higher power. They're gonna see, you know, possible ways to move forward. And I feel like, you know, the game isn't over until, you know, it's over. But the Six of Swords is here is hope and progress and healing. That's the underlying energy, but with it is a Justice card. So balance, balance, balance is what's going to be, you know, needed here. The Six of Swords is gentle and compassionate thoughts right now. So again, towards themselves as this healing happens. Don't be hard on your partner and don't let your partner be too hard on themselves. We all make mistakes and that's part of life, right? You know, you're releasing the healing and thoughts of the past, and it's going to free space for thoughts to come in alignment where you are now. See yourself as healed. As you think with discernment, you can start to trust yourself fully, and that's when you guys are going to start to shift your energy again. Shift into that positive state. You guys need to be in a state of balance to fix the healing. You have to be balanced, okay? It's as simple as that. And I hope you do find this healing, but you're going to have to lean on each other and you have to drop the anger, basically. You have to come to the table angerless. If that's possible, I don't know. Till next time, my friends, good luck. Namaste.